We all know Black Friday. It's the ritual, the flash of the screen, the irresistible discount, the thrill of the digital kill. It's the day the world's retail ledgers supposedly turn from red loss to black profit. But for all the modern talk of profit, the term Black Friday didn't start in a boardroom or an accounting office. It started in a state of sheer physical panic. This is the remarkable story of how a single, negative phrase evolved from local civic chaos into the largest coordinated global retail event of the year, a phenomenon generating over $74 billion in a single 24-hour period. Forget the accounting books. The true origin of Black Friday lies on the congested, frustrated streets of Philadelphia in the 1,950 seconds and 60 seconds. The term was not coined by a clever marketing team. It was coined by exhausted city police officers. Why? Because the day after Thanksgiving brought two things that guaranteed mayhem: suburban shoppers flooding the sidewalks for early deals, and the massive crowds pouring in for the annual Army-Navy football game. The city turned into a gridlocked nightmare. For the police, it was a headache, a logistical crisis, a day of immense pain and mayhem. They called it Black Friday. It was, initially, an anti-promotional term, a warning to stay away. Retailers hated the negative connotation and tried to rebrand it Big Friday, but the police moniker stuck, and the chaos was more than just traffic. Before the corporate machine took over, the panic was brutal. Scores of shoppers began ripping into merchandise hours before release, prompting frantic employees to call the police at 2:44 a.m. for help. Even more chilling, one documented tragedy involved a 61-year-old man who collapsed on a store floor, only for frenzied shoppers, driven by the bargain, to step over his body to reach the deals. This extreme behavior highlights the raw, untamed, and frankly, terrifying nature of consumption that defined Black Friday's ugly birth. The chaos was unsustainable, but the commercial potential was undeniable. By the 1980s, the retail industry needed a solution. They needed a powerful, positive myth. They co-opted the phrase and assigned it a positive, financial interpretation. The news story, which swept the nation, was that Black Friday was the day companies transitioned from being in the red, losing money, to being in the black, making a profit. This clever accounting metaphor, published in outlets like the Philadelphia Inquirer in 1981, became the national standard. With the narrative successfully flipped, retailers moved on to engineering the frenzy itself. They didn't just wait for crowds, they created them. This is the era of the loss leader and the doorbuster. A loss leader is bait, an item sold at a massive discount, sometimes even at a loss for the store, purely to lure you in. These were packaged as doorbusters, time-limited offers designed to create intense urgency. Once you anchor your mind to that incredible discount, that low reference price, you are psychologically primed to buy all the other, more profitable items around it. This guaranteed high traffic and high margin secondary purchases. By limiting the steepest discounts to the early morning, retailers institutionalized the event, and by 2003, Black Friday officially became the busiest shopping day of the year. The final great evolution was digital. The queues and stampedes were replaced by the speed and convenience of the click. This gave rise to its dedicated online counterpart, Cyber Monday. The financial data shows that the market has specialized. While Black Friday still draws massive overall traffic, Cyber Monday has become the champion of high-value revenue. In 2024, Cyber Monday hit $13.3 billion in online sales, surpassing Black Friday's $10.8 billion. Look at the key metric, the average order value. Black Friday's AOV hovered at $251, but Cyber Monday's AOV hit a massive $651. This confirms the psychology. Black Friday excels in sheer volume, with shoppers piling their carts with smaller items. Cyber Monday, on the other hand, is where people seem to pull the trigger on those pricier, high-end buys. And this financial formula wasn't contained by borders. Black Friday went global, proving the power of the discount transcends Thanksgiving. The UK officially adopted it in 2010 when Amazon introduced the concept to British shoppers, with American-owned retailers like Asda quickly joining in. Brazil also officially adopted Black Friday around 2010, initially earning the nickname Black Fraud, due to issues with transparency before consumer protection professionalized the market. Germany, India, and South Africa quickly followed suit. The sheer scale is staggering. In 2024, global online spending for Black Friday reached a record high of $74.4 billion in a 24-hour period. And this success is overwhelmingly mobile. Globally, 69% of all Black Friday purchases are now conducted on mobile devices. The original physical panic of the crowd has been replaced by the digital pressure of constant connection. But the shift from panic to profit has created new systemic problems. A new kind of panic. The retail industry now uses sophisticated psychological warfare to drive impulse. They leverage the scarcity principle, limited time, limited stock, to intensify desire. Above all, they activate the fear of missing out, or FOMO. For many, the result isn't savings, it's personal financial strain. Consumer debt related to Black Friday reached an astonishing $20 billion in 2023, representing a 15% increase from the previous year. Over 40% of shoppers rely on credit cards. The proliferation of buy now, pay later (BNPL) services has intensified this, contributing $10 billion to Black Friday sales and minimizing the cognitive friction of debt. This hyperconsumption also takes a massive environmental toll. The US generates an estimated 30% more waste during the holiday season, a tide of excessive packaging and quickly discarded products. Fast fashion, in particular, sees a huge spike in production, churning out cheap, trend-driven clothes that quickly become landfill waste. In response, movements like Buy Nothing Day, started in 1992 by Canadian artist Ted Dave, encourage reflection against overconsumption. Simultaneously, initiatives like Green Friday promote conscious consumerism, urging shoppers to choose ethical brands and high-quality, durable products. Black Friday's journey is a microcosm of modern capitalism. A term rooted in civic distress was rebranded using a clever accounting myth and then perfected through psychological engineering and digital optimization. The chaos on the streets of Philadelphia has been digitized, centralized, and globalized. The system works, generating billions in profit worldwide. But the question remains, if the panic has left the physical streets, where did it go? It didn't disappear. It simply shifted from the visible disorder of a crowd to the hidden, systemic panic of debt and environmental strain. Black Friday is no longer just a shopping day. It's a mirror reflecting our own consumption habits. When you see that dazzling discount, are you truly gaining profit, or are you just participating in a new kind of panic? The financial machine is highly efficient, but your choice is still your own. The next time the deals flash across your screen, pause. Ask yourself, do I truly need this? Only then can you truly move from panic to profit, not just for the retailers, but for yourself. Reflect, share this history, and choose mindfully. Finally, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more tips and strategies to grow your financial knowledge.